Hi, and thanks for joining us for the class today. So today we're going to do a range of exercise sequences to work throughout the body. We're going to start in standing, then come down into 4-point kneeling, onto our backs and onto our sides as well today. The class does involve some more advanced Pilates exercises, so please remember to work to a level that you feel safe and comfortable to do, because most importantly, we want you to enjoy it. Okay, so when you're ready, let's get started. Okay, so let's get started. So we're going to bring our toes apart and our heels apart, so feet at that hip width distance. Just to start with, we're going to transfer that weight coming onto the fronts of your toes and then back onto your heels. So just nice and slowly forwards and back. Again, just looking to find that midpoint between those two movements, so that weight's going nice and evenly down through those feet. Knees are nice and soft, so not locked back. Hand button to your pelvis. Very gently, we're going to tilt the pelvis forward and then tilting it back. So just nice and slowly forwards and back. Just again, looking for that midpoint between those two movements, so that pelvis in a nice neutral position. Those ribs are soft, collarbones wide, and that neck nice and long and lifted from there. Well done. So we're going to start by raising our arms and into our feet, and we're going to lift those hands up towards the ceiling. At the same time, come up onto those toes and then back down. So just nice and slow, nice and controlled, lifting up and down. And again, raising up and down. Lovely, and again, lift up and lowering. Well done. Now if you can on this next one, we're going to add in some little knee bends. So we're going to raise up, hold that there, bend the knees slightly, push back up and down. So we're staying up on our toes as we lift up and then bend the knees slightly, lift up and down. Good, and again, floating up. Bend the knees slightly, push back up and down. Well done, and again, floating up. Bend the knees, push back up and down. And again, floating up. Bend those knees slightly, push up and down. Good, last couple here, raising up. Bend the knees slightly, push back up and down. One last time, lifting up. Bend the knees slightly, lift up and down. Well done. Okay, now this time we're going to bring our hands behind our head. We're going to stretch one leg out to the side and we're going to bring the opposite elbow towards the opposite knee. So we're going to fold in and reach away. So just curling at those abs and stretch. Well done. Fold in and reach away. And again, fold in, reach away. 8 more here. So we're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Bring that leg back in. Opposite leg slightly stretched out to the side. Same again. Elbow towards the opposite knee. Reach away. Folding in and stretch. Just going towards each other and away. Good. Let's do 8 more. So we're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Roll that leg back in. Bring those arms back down. Very good. Okay, so we're going to work our legs a little bit more here with a curtsy lunge. So we're going to stretch one leg, step it behind, drop down, lift up, and then opposite leg. Tucking behind, drop down, lift up. Good, so stepping behind here, drop down, lift up. And again, drop down, lift up. Well done. Drop down, lift up. Excellent. Now if you want to make it a little bit more challenging, we can add a little double dip. So we're going to drop down, dip, and up. And again, step back, drop down, dip again, and up. Step back, drop down, and dip, and up. Good. Drop down, and a dip, and up. Good. Little dip, and back. Last few here. Dipping down, and back. One more each side, and back. Last one. Dropping down, and back. Well done. Okay, so let's bring our legs a little bit wider. So widen those hips, toes just turned out that sort of 45 degrees or where they sit comfortably. We're going to drop down into some side plie squats. So we're going to sink down and lift up. So just go as low as comfortable, but we're sinking down and up. Do 8 more here. So we're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Dropping down again, hold that there. We're going to reach one arm over into that side bend stretch and back. Opposite side. Reaching over and back. Lifting back up. Well done. We're going to do 8 more little side plie squats. So we're going to drop down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. And we're going to drop down again. Hold that there. Reach the arm over into that side bend stretch and back. Opposite side. Reaching over and back, and then raising back up. Well done. Okay, so we're going to keep our feet wide. We're just going to turn around lengthways onto our mats here. Now we're going to dip down into a little lunge. So we're going to drop down into that lunge, and then we're going to push up. We're going to come up onto that single leg. So I'm going to step back, drop down, lift up onto that single leg. And again, step back, drop down, push up onto that single leg. And again, drop down, push up onto that single leg. Well done. And again, drop down, push up and onto that single leg. Last few. Drop down, push up and onto that single leg. Well done. And again, drop down, lift up on that single leg. Well done. Drop down, lift up onto that single leg. One last time. Drop down, push up and onto that single leg. Well done. So we're going to step the opposite leg back now. So stepping back through that opposite leg. We do the same again. So we're going to dip down, push up and onto that single leg. Step back, drop down, push up onto that single leg. And again, drop down, push up onto that single leg. Drop down, lift up. Well done. And again, sink down, push up onto a single leg. Last few. Dropping down, lift up. And again, sink down, lift up. And again, drop down, lift up. Last couple. And up. Well done. One last time. Drop down and lifting up. And then lowering that leg back down. Well done. Okay, so from here, we're going to do some forward reaches. So the opposite leg, I'm going to raise that leg up just to that hip height here. Then I'm going to reach my hands forward and extend that leg behind. And we're going to fold back together. And again, reaching forward and folding back. So that leg you're standing on, that knee, staying soft, it's working hard and folding back. Good. And again, reaching forward and fold back. Last couple here. Reaching forward and fold back. One last time. And folding back, lowering back down. Well done. Okay, let's do the same other side. So raising that leg up, keeping this knee soft to that leg, standing leg. We're going to reach away and fold back together. Good. Breathing out, reaching away, breathing in, folding back. Good. Breathing out, breathing in to fold back. Lovely. Few more here. That leg you're standing on is working hard to support you. Good. And again, reaching away and folding back. Well done. And back. Last two. And back. One last one. Folding back and lowering that leg back down. Well done. Okay, so let's do a few roll downs from here. So I'll just step back to the end of my mat. We're going to take a breath in. As we breathe out, we're going to tuck that chin down, rolling those hands slowly down towards the floor. Take a breath at the end there. And as you breathe out, slowly and gently coming back up into standing. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, rolling those hands slowly down towards the floor. Take a breath at the end there. And as you breathe out, gently coming back up into standing. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, Slowly rolling those hands gently down just as far as comfortable. Breath in, and as you breathe out, and back up into standing. Let's just do that one last time. Breath in, rolling down, out breath, slowly down towards the floor. Take a breath at the end there, and as you breathe out, slowly coming back up into standing. Good. Now this time we're just going to roll down and then walk our hands down into 4-point kneeling. So we're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, rolling those hands gently down towards the floor. Soften your knees at your end point. Then we're going to walk our hands down and slowly come down into 4-point kneeling. And we're going to continue our class from here. Okay, so we're going to continue here into 4-point kneeling. So those hands just in front of those shoulders, elbows nice and soft, knees underneath those hips from here. And let's just quickly stretch out our spines with a cat stretch. So we're going to tuck that head under, arch that back up, dropping down and gently extending through that spine. And again, arching that back up, flexing through the spine, and then gently dropping down and extending. And again, arching up, flex through the spine, and then drop down, gently extending. Good. One more time, arching that back up, and then gently dropping down and extending. Good. Then we're just going to find that midpoint between those two movements. That back's in that nice neutral position, that tailbone's tucked under. And we're going to start here by tucking our toes under. We take a breath in. As we breathe out, we're going to lift up our knees, hovering off the mat, breath in to hold. And as you breathe out, lower back down. So we're going to do a couple more here. Breath in. As you breathe out, lift up. Breath in to hold. And as you breathe out, lowering back down. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, lift up. Breath in to hold. And as you breathe out, lowering back down. Just 2 more here. Lifting up. Breath in to hold. As you breathe out, lower back down. 1 more time. Lifting up. Breath in to hold. And as you breathe out, lowering back down. Now we're going to add some leg lifts to these hovers if you can. If that feels too much, you can just come back to lifting and lowering with that hover. But if you can, we're going to lift up, hold that there. I'm going to extend one leg away, and I'm going to lift up and lower. And again, lift up and lower. Let's do 6 more here. So we're going to go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Fold that leg back in and lowering back down. Well done. Okay, let's see if we can do the same the other side. So we're going to lift up, hover, opposite leg. We're going to reach away, and we're going to lift up and down. Maintaining that hover. Let's do 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Fold that leg back in and lowering back down. Well done. Okay, so just with one elbow, I'm going to drop the elbow down. So it's just coming along my body from here. Other just arm just staying on that hand. And I'm going to reach that opposite leg away to the elbow that's bent. And I'm going to reach up this leg and then fold the knee in towards my side, extend away and lower down. So a leg lift and crunch. We're going to lift up, crunch, extend and down. And again, lift up, fold in, extend away and down. Good. And again, lift up, fold in, reach away and down. Good. Folding in, reach away and down. Good. And again, folding in, extending and lowering. Good. Lift up, folding in, reaching away and down. Let's do 5 more. So we're going to go 5. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And folding that leg back in. Well done. Let's do the same other side. So opposite arm, going to drop that elbow down. Opposite hand just resting onto the mat. We're going to extend that opposite leg away, lift up, and we're going to fold in, reach away and down. And again, lift up, fold in, extend away and down. Good. Lift up, folding in, reaching away and down. Good. Folding in, reach away and down. A few more here. Keep that control and down. lift up, fold in, reach away and down. Good, and again. Reach away and down. Let's do 5 more. So we go 5. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower that leg down, fold that leg back in, and let's come up and have a nice little stretch out into our child pose. Well done. So take a nice deep breath in here. On the out breath, sinking down. Good. And again, breath in and out, relaxing down. Well done. And again, breathing in and out, relaxing down. Well done. One more time, breath in and out, relaxing down. Good. Now we're going to come up again here, but we're going to come down onto our elbows. So we can come onto our elbow position and we're going to do some marching plank movement. So I'm going to tuck my toes under again here. We're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to lift those knees up and we're going to extend one leg and the other leg and then folding back in. Good. And again, we're walking out and walking in. Walking out, walking in. Still breathing in and out. Good. Breathing, walking and back. Good. A few more here if you can, holding that position, reaching back, walking in, walking out. Good. Out. One more time, walking in and walking out. And we're going to hold this here, breathing in and out. And again, breath in and out. One more time and out. Then we're going to walk those feet back in and drop those knees down. Come off those hands again. Well done. Have a nice little stretch out into that child pose. Breathing in and out. Good. And again, breath in and out. Sinking down. Very good. Walking those hands back up. Lovely. Okay, so we're going to come down onto our backs from here. So coming around onto our backs, onto the mat. So feet and knees just starting that hip width distance apart, just tilting that pelvis forwards and back. So we're just looking to find that midpoint between those two movements. That pelvis in a nice neutral position. Those ribs are soft, collarbones wide, and that neck nice and long and lifted from there. So we're going to float our hands up towards the ceiling. And if you can, we're going to float both legs up into that double tabletop position. So we're going to start with our double leg stretch. So we're going to take a breath in. As we breathe out, we're going to reach our arms up and around in that big circle, breathing in as we fold back. And again, breathing out, reaching away, breathing in to fold back. One more, breathing out, reaching away, breathe in to fold back. Now we're going to add in our legs. So we're going to take a breath in. As we breathe out, we're reaching the leg away, breathing in as you fold back. Breathing out, opposite leg, reach away, breathe in to fold back. And again, breathing out, breathe in to fold back. Breathe out, breathe in to fold back. And again, breathing out, breathe in to fold back. Good. And again, breathe in to fold back. Good. And back. Well done. Now if that feels comfortable here and you want to challenge it a little bit further, we can stretch both legs together as we reach away and back. So breathing out, breathe in to fold back. If that feels too much, then just do both. So it's each leg at a time. And again, breathing out, breathing in together. Breathe out, breathe in, fold back together. Well done. And again, reaching away and back. Nice smooth movement. Either alternating those legs or both together, reaching away and back. Still keeping that control through that center. If your back is arching too much or your tummy's bracing, come back to doing one leg at a time if you're doing both together. Very good. Last few here. Reaching away and back. Well done. And again, reaching away and back. One more each side, or last two. And back. Well done. Lowering those legs down one at a time. Float those arms back to that start. Very good. Okay, so we're going to go into our scissors movement from here. So again, we're going to float one leg up at a time into that double tabletop position. If you can, we're going to pop our hands behind our head and we're going to go into our scissors. So starting with those legs, we're going to tap one foot down and lift up. And again, opposite leg, tap down, lift up. So if it feels too much to tap all the way to the ground, you could just tap halfway. Just imagine you're dipping your toe into a bucket of water and just dip it into the surface, or halfway if that feels better, or we can dip to the floor and back. But make sure we're keeping that knee at that 90 degrees, so that movement is lowering from that hip. We're not letting those knees bend, we're lower down, lift up, tap down, lift up. Well done. And up, tap down, lift up. Good. Now we can go a little bit quicker, tapping, breathing in for 2, breathing out for 2, breathing in and down. Now if you can, we could add that abdo prep in while we're tapping, holding that abdo prep if you can. But if that feels too much, we can just keep that head lowered or lower it as you need to. Breathing in and out. Breathing in for 2 and out. Good, breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Good, a few more here. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Last few. Breathing in and out for 2. Breathing in and out. Good. One more breath in and out. Coming back to that start. Lower that head if it's lifted, and then lower those legs one at a time back down. Let's bring those knees in, have a nice little hug, and just stretch that out here. So good. Breathing in and out. Good. Sinking into that stretch. And again, breath in and out. Sinking down into that stretch. Well done. Okay, so we're going to lower those legs back down to that start position. Now we're going to straighten one leg out here, arms down by my side, and we're going to go into our tuck up bridge. So we're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, I'm going to lift up into that bridge. As I lift this leg, I'm going to tuck that leg up, and then we're going to fold back down, lower back from that bridge. Breath in. As you breathe out, lifting up. As we lift up, fold the leg in, and then slowly lowering back down. Good. And again, breathing out, lifting up, breathing in, lower back down. And again. Good. And down. And again, lifting up. And lowering down. Let's see if we can do 5 more here. So we're going to go 5. And down, keep that bottom lifted. 4. And down. Good. 3. 2. And 1. And lowering back down. Well done. Fold that leg back in. Let's extend the opposite leg from here. And we're going to do the same again with that tuck up bridge. So we're going to take a breath in. As we breathe out, we're going to lift up into that bridge. As we do that, we're folding that leg in and then extending, lowering back down. And again, lifting up, folding in and lowering back down. Breathing out. Lowering down as we breathe out. Good. Very good. And down. And again, lifting up, folding in and down. Let's see if we can do 5 more here. So we're going to go 5. Good. 4. 3. 2. Well done. And 1. Lowering back down. Well done. Very good. Now we're going to keep this leg extended here, the opposite leg bent, and I'm going to reach the opposite arm up and above my head. I'm going to take a breath in. As I breathe out, I'm going to lift up into the abdo prep, bring my leg up, reach my hand towards that leg, and then lower down. Good. And again, breathing out. Breathe in to lower. Breathe out. Breathe in to lower. Good. That kind of pike tuck movement, reaching towards that leg and down. Doesn't matter if they don't touch, we're just going across the body and down. And again, reaching across and down. And again. And lowering. Well done. Reaching across and down. Very good. So we can do 5 more. So we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Holding that leg back in, bring that arm back down. Well done. So let's straighten the opposite leg away, opposite arm reaching above our head. Do the same again, reaching hand towards that leg, lifting that leg up straight, and then down. So you do come across in that slight diagonal of movement into that abdo prep as you're reaching and lowering. And again. And down. So breathing out, reaching across and down. Breathing out. Breathe in as you lower. Very good. Reaching across and down. Let's do 5 more. So we're going to go 5. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Fold that leg back in. Bring that arm back down by your side. Let's bring those knees in. Have a nice little hug. Just a stretch out, a little recovery stretch from there. So breathing in and out. And again, breath in and out. Well done. And again, breathing in and out. And then just lowering those legs back down. Very good. Okay, so we're going to come around onto our sides from here. So coming onto our sides. So we're going to come onto our elbows to begin with. So elbow directly underneath that shoulder here. And we really want to keep this nice opening out through those collarbones as well. So my knees are bent up there, just slightly in front of those hips. And I'm going to bring my hand sort of behind my head and bring this top knee so it's kind of up, it's not touching, but just up towards that elbow there. Now we're going to go into our side bend and then we're going to reach our arm and top leg away. So I'll show you first. We're going to take a breath in. As we breathe out, we're going to lift up into that side bend, reach away, and then fold back in. Okay? So breath in. As you breathe out, reach away. Breathe in to fold back. Good. Breathing out. Breathe in to fold back. Good. And again, keeping those collarbones wide. We're going in that diagonal movement. Reaching away. And back. Well done. Reaching away. Fold back. See if we can do 5 more. So we're going to go 5. Good. 4. So we're lifting up those hips. 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Folding in, bring that arm back down, lowering that leg. Well done. Okay, so we're going to come all the way down onto our sides now. So if you've got a thicker block or a towel you're using, just support your head there. Just place it there now. We're going to start those knees bent up, those hips are stacked on top of each other. And we're going to begin here with our side kick movement. So we're going to lift this top leg up to that hip height. If you can, we're going to extend this top leg out, and then we're going to glide that leg forwards and then gliding it back. So we're going to point the toes as we glide forward and flex the foot as we glide back. Point the toes as we glide forward, flex the foot as you glide back. And again, point to glide forward, flex to glide back. And again, point to glide forward, flex to glide back. Good, so we're just keeping that control through that centre, that leg staying at that hip height level, really challenging those glute muscles as we're gliding forwards and gliding back. Good, and again, glide forwards and glide back. Well done. Gliding forwards, gliding back. Now if that feels comfortable here, we can challenge it a little bit further by straightening that lower leg as well. That's just going to make that work a bit harder through that centre. So your leg might not go quite as far forward or back, but that's okay. Just keep that control as you're gliding forwards and gliding back. Good. Point the toes to glide forward, flex the foot to glide back. Point to glide forward, flex to glide back. Well done. Pointing to glide forward, flex the foot to glide back. Well done. And again, point to glide forward, flex the foot to glide back. Well done. And again, point to glide forward, flex the foot to glide back. Lovely, we'll just do a few more here, keeping that control. And back, well done. Last couple, gliding forwards and back. Well done, one more time, glide forwards, glide back. And then lowering that leg back down. Well done, bend those knees up, give that muscle a little rest there. So we can pop that block down onto the mat here, head at the front of it, arms out in front, and we're going to go into our arm opening stretch. So we're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to lift up through this top arm, just looking around and back, just following with that head, just rolling on that block, and then gently back to that start. And again, lift up through that top arm, opening around and back, following with that head, and then gently back to that start again. Good. And again, lift up through this top arm, opening around and back, and then back to that start. And again, lift up through this top arm, opening around and back, and then back to that start. Good. Lift up, open around and back to that start. Good, so we're just opening out through that chest, rotating that upper spine, and then gently back. So just a nice little recovery stretch here, moving gently around and back to that start. We'll just do last few here, lifting up through that top arm, opening around and back to that start. Good, and again. Good, one more time, lifting up, opening around and back. And then back to that start. Well done. Okay, so we're going to come up and over onto the other side. So we can bring that block with us to use in a minute, but we're going to start on our elbow as we did before. So we're going to do that side bend and tuck here. So we're going to bring that elbow directly underneath that shoulder as we did before. Those knees are bent, the knees just slightly in front of those hips here. We're going to bring our hand, top hand behind our head, lift this top leg up so that knee's up towards that elbow here. And we're going to lift up into our side bend. Remember, keep those collarbones wide, breath in. As you breathe out, lifting up through that side and extending that top arm and leg away. Fold back in. So breathing out, reach away, breathe in to fold back. And again, breathing out, breathe in to fold back. Breathing out, breathe in to fold back. Good, and again, reaching away and back. Extending and down, lovely, and again, and down. Let's do 5 more here. So we're going to go 5. Good. 4. Well done. 3. 2. And 1. Well done. Folding back in. Bring that arm and leg back down. And then we're going to lower all the way down onto the mat here. Using that block just to support our head from here. And as we did before, we're going to start with our side kick movement. So hips stacked, we're going to lift this top leg up to that hip height. And we're going to straighten through that top leg and then glide the leg forwards and gliding it back. If you can, we're going to point the toes to glide forward and then flex the foot to glide back. Point to glide forward, flex to glide back. So we're really controlling that movement, gliding forwards, gliding back. And again, glide forwards, glide back. So really making sure that leg's staying at that hip height level, that control through that center as we glide forwards and glide back. Good. It's not a huge movement as we're controlling forwards and back. And again, glide forwards and glide back. Now if that's comfortable and you want to challenge it a little bit further, then we can straighten that lower leg, do the same again, glide forwards, glide back. But you're going to find it a little bit more challenging to control through that center. So it might make that movement, the leg a little bit smaller, and that's fine. Just keep that control as you glide forwards, glide back. Well done. Making sure that leg's staying at that hip height level as we're gliding forwards and gliding back. Good, and again, glide forwards and glide back. Well done. Last few here, keeping that control. Gliding the leg forwards, gliding back. Well done. Last few, glide forwards and back. Let's do one more, glide forwards, glide back. Come back to that start, lower that leg down, well done, bend those knees up. Give that muscle a little rest there. Okay, so we're going to drop that block down onto the floor, have your head at the front of it, arms out in front. Then we're going to lift up through this top arm, opening around and back, following with that head just rolling on that block, and then gently coming back to that start. And again, lift up through this top arm, opening around and back, following with that head, and then gently back to that start. So we're just rotating through that upper body, looking around and back, and then back to that start. Good, and again, lifting up, opening around and back, and back to that start. Well done, and again, lifting up, following with that head, just rolling on that block, and back to that start. Well done, lifting up, rotating around, and back to that start. Well done. Good, and back. Just last few, that recovery stretch, just opening through that chest, rotating that upper back, well done. That head just rolling on that block. Good. And let's just do one last one. And then coming back to that start. Well done. So we're just going to come around onto our backs here. We'll just drop that block just above our head, so our head's down onto the mat again. And we're just going to cool down from here onto our backs. So arms down by your side or out to the side of you. We're going to drop our knees over to one side. Turn your head to the opposite side if you can. And then gently coming back up and over to that opposite direction. So we're just rotating side to side here. Opening out through that spine. Just gently cooling down where we've worked really hard today in the class. So just dropping down, turning that head. And then gently coming back up. And over into that opposite direction. Well done, and back up. And over the opposite side, good. Gently coming back up. And over to the other side again. Just do a few more here. Just in your own time, drop those knees over. Turn that head. Gently coming back up. And over to that opposite side. Well done. Let's do one more each side. Drop the knees over, turning that head. Then coming back up and bring those arms back down by your side. Well done. Okay, so let's stretch out through our bottom muscles, and we'll put one foot onto the opposite knee here. Allow that leg just to relax open there. If that's enough of a stretch, then just stay there. Or if you can, we can bring the other leg up and towards you, just as far as you feel comfortable. And we're going to hold this stretch here. So just taking a few nice deep breaths in and out. And on that out breath, if you can, just relaxing down into that stretch that little bit further if you can. So we're going to hold this here, breathing in and out. Good. And again, breath in and out. Good. Breathing in and out. Very good. One more time. And out. And then lowering that leg back down. Very good. Do the same the other side. Opposite foot onto the other knee. Allow that leg just to relax open there. Again, if that's enough of a stretch, then just stay there. Or if you can, we can bring the other leg up and towards you, just as far as you feel comfortable. Then again, just holding that here, breathing in and out. Good. And again, breath in and out. And again, breathing in and out. And then just lowering that leg back down one at a time from there. Then we're going to stretch out through the backs of our legs now. So knee up towards the ceiling, lengthen out through the back of the leg, using your hand to support that leg there, toes pointing up towards the ceiling. We're going to stretch through the back of that leg. Well done. Holding that there, breathing in and out. Good. And again, breathing in and out. And if you can, we're going to point and flex through the ankle here, just gently moving through that stretch, pointing and flexing. And then holding that stretch again, toes pointing up towards the ceiling. And then lowering that leg back down. Well done. Last time on the other side. Knee up towards the ceiling. Lengthen out through the back of the leg. Using your hand to support that leg there. Lengthening through the back of the leg. We're going to hold this stretch. Breathing in and out. Good. Just stretching through the back of that leg there. Well done. And then if you can, we're going to point and flex through the ankle again. Just moving gently through. Pointing and flexing. Well done. And then holding that stretch again, toes pointing up towards the ceiling, lengthen out through the back of the leg. Well done. And then just lowering that leg back down. Well done. So just in your own time, we're going to come back up into sitting. So just sitting comfortably, legs crossed or legs out in front of you, whatever feels comfortable for you. Then we're going to relax those shoulders down. Just do a few little shoulder rolls here. And then we're going to bring our fingers together, clasp them together, reach them away, drop that chin down towards your chest. Feel that stretch through that upper back. Then we're going to lift the arms and the head up together and open nice and wide. Good. And again, fingers together, reach away, drop that chin down, looking up together. And opening nice and wide. Good. And again, fingers together, reach away, drop that chin down. Looking up together. And opening nice and wide. Well done. Relaxing those shoulders again. And then we're going to drop one hand down, reach the opposite arm up and over, lengthen out through that side, breathing in here. And as we breathe out, lifting back up and over. Good. And again, drop down, reach over, breath in. And out. Good. And again, drop down, reaching over, lengthen out through that side, and lifting back up and over. Drop down, reaching over, and then coming back up and over to that side. Well done. And again, finishing just with those shoulder rolls, sinking those shoulders back down from there. Fantastic. Well done. I hope you've enjoyed the class today. That was tough, but I hope you've enjoyed it, and hopefully see you again soon.